Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Podswoggle, a wrestling podcast with entertainment. And we are live here on Twitch for the 2018 Marcho Madness Play-In Round. I'm your host, your color commentator, your play-by-play man, Chris Mullet. And for the 8th time, we are beginning the month-long trek that is crowning a winner for Marcho Madness. Our take on the NCAA March Madness tournament in the world of professional wrestling via computer simulated wrestling. And the most recent video game, B. Sumner, is here. What is going on? He's probably going to be my co-commentator for the day because it is Friday, March 2nd at 2:15 Eastern Standard Time, and we have to get a bracket up, which means we have to get these play-in rounds decided. So Marcho Madness is March 31st, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but March Madness really starts today because we have 16, I think about the same as we had last year, 16 matches to get through before we can send that bracket out. So you can fill that bracket out at arcadeaudio.net/Marcho Madness so you can win either tickets to live wrestling shows, some cool merch, possibly other kinds of swag, grab bags. Last place normally gets a little something too. This is my favorite time of the year. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get it started. I have a little run order here that I'm going to try to adhere to as best I can so I can make a flow. Last year, they closed out our play-in round. They are back this year in a play-in round one more time. It was going to be our highest-rated play-in matchup, The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro, one-on-one. Only one can make it through to the next round. Gotta remove his manager because that's who he's facing. Last place is where it's at anyway. Exactly. You're familiar because you normally have Matt Taven or the Kingdom going that far. Unfortunately, not this year, but we'll get there later on. I gotta make sure I have my Marcho Madness rules. So pin submissions, no 2 out of 3 falls, no Iron Man, no KOs. DQs, rope breaks are on. Count of 10 on the floor, not false go anywhere. No time limit. No run-ins. And no finishers assault. Default health is high. Somehow Matt David still might pick the win. I believe it. Normal recovery, we will save. And we will name this Marcho. So I don't have to do that every single time. And we are going to skip entrances for the sake of time. What's going on, Tyler? We are starting match number 1, Sheamus and Cesaro. The winner of this match will take on Eli Drake in the first round. These two men, like I said, went to a draw last year. I believe it was a double count out, which allowed Dolph Ziggler, who's not even in the tournament this year, to automatically advance into the second round. Lifetime, of course, I got my stats here as always. Lifetime in this tournament, Cesaro is 2-4-1. Sheamus is 8-6-1. So a winning record actually for Sheamus. And in my old crazy investigative days, when I simmed March of Madnesses before we actually did them live, Sheamus won the 2010 March of Madness. So the March of Madness we did before it actually started, Sheamus is technically the winner of that. So he's a former March of Madness champion. He's starting off hot with a backbreaker here to Cesaro. Cesaro has never really gotten much momentum in Marcho Madness. 2 wins out of 5 appearances is not great, but he gets a nice reverse DDT on Sheamus to get it kicked off. The stats are crazy, man. The stats are a lot of fun. I always love crunching numbers, seeing what's happening. I always love how things kind of play themselves out. If you haven't had the chance, of course, most people are going to be watching this on YouTube after the fact as they're making their brackets. So welcome if you're watching this on YouTube right now. Because, of course, I got 2 people here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Twitch. But there's so many, like, storylines. And there's a nice choke bomb almost by Sheamus on Cesaro. Sit-out choke bomb. So many storylines just come naturally from the brackets being made. You have your current reigning defending Marcho Madness champion, Zack Sabre Jr., who was also the previous year's Podswoggle Invitational title winner, who's never lost in tournament play here for Podswoggle. In his first match taking on the current Podswoggle champion, Penta El Fierro Miedo. You have John Cena returning to the tournament one more time as the lowest seed he has been and probably will ever be, trying to make it to his 5th Marcho Madness Championship in 8 years. There's a stun gun by Cesaro, count of 2 on, a count attempt. Sheamus kicked out at 1. I'm not sure if he said it, but is the bracket up? The bracket is not up yet, Tyler. We have to get the play-in matchups done because Challenge, who will be holding our bracket submissions for the 4th straight year, doesn't allow me to do play-in matchups there. So we got to determine who the play-in winners are before I make the bracket live. As soon as it's done here, I'll put it up, and it'll be able to be filled out. You have the whole month of March to do it. March 31st is when we have the bracket. We have the brackets come alive with Marcho Madness Live. Swiss death by Cesaro on Sheamus here in the early goings of this match. Sheamus blocks the punch attempt with a nice forearm shot. Fall away slam on Cesaro. Sheamus, Cesaro, snapmare, and calming it down a little bit with a rear chin lock. Sheamus has Sheamus one year was almost like the MVP of Marcho Madness. He had a couple great matches against Kofi Kingston and John Cena. Sheamus has been a Marcho Madness stalwart, looking to get his first live Marcho Championship after winning one in 2010. Cesaro, chop, and I thought he was maybe going for the swing, but instead, homage to his former partner Tyson Kidd sharpshooter. Sheamus is right there at the ropes, but Sheamus taps out! That was incredibly quick. Sheamus could have just reached his hands out, but could not bear the pain anymore. Cesaro has made Sheamus tap out very quickly, and he is taking Sheamus out of this tournament in not record-setting time, but definitely was expecting them to go a couple more minutes. Cesaro will meet Eli Drake March 31st. You see, didn't even need the neutralizer. I don't even know if Sheamus really knew what was going on. Wasn't even have it locked in that much. Sheamus didn't even survive, but like I feel like 5 seconds, and he taps out. Cesaro, your first play-in round winner. Sheamus with the well-known back problems. Everyone's talking about his potential spinal stenosis. Maybe Sheamus has some sciatic problems or some nerve damage down there. Cesaro is your winner. So Cesaro moves to 3-4-1 lifetime, and Sheamus goes to 8-7-1. Still over 500 record, nothing to sneeze at. Regal Logic, there you go. Gotta get my Regal Logic in. Alrighty, so 1 down. We got 15 more to go. Let's keep it going. Oh, I think I already had it set up, but oh well. Next, this is the bottom of the bottom for the seeds. This is the bottom 16 seed. You guys will have to bear with me here, because I know very little. We have the current Impact Tag Team Champions, LAX, taking each other on. We have Santana against Ortiz. Not Dan and Steve, as Tope said. All right, so Ortiz has the beard. I'm going to have to remember that. Is there a difference? I'll go with this one, so I'll have the more colorful outfit. I meant difference in terms of attire, is what I meant. Just to clarify it right out of the jump. Yeah, here we go. Match 2. The winner of this has the unenviable position of taking on your number 1 overall seed in Marcho Madness, Kazuchika Okada, for the 2nd straight year number 1 seed. But he was a shocking elimination. Today I learned LAX is back. They were champions for like 280 days. Kazuchika Okada lost in the 2nd round last year to Baron Corbin. And funny enough, if you take a look at the brackets, what I also wanted to do today, for those of you who are going to be watching and analyzing potential picks, Ortiz, my new pick, which means Santana will win this match. In the 2nd round, Okada could wrestle once again Baron Corbin in the 2nd round. If Okada, of course, gets by either Ortiz or Santana. Nothing to take away from either gentleman here. But Okada would wrestle potentially the man who knocked him out of the tournament for the 2nd straight year. Or he'll get Finn Balor, a former Final Four competitor in the tournament. Both the gentlemen making their Marcho Madness debuts, as there's a very, very interesting dance by Ortiz. Oh, Santana. Oh, I thought Santana maybe caught the foot, but Ortiz just stepping through. Just stepping through town, you know. Ortiz climbing the top rope. I have no idea what to expect with either man. That was a very impressive swan dive splash. Shades of Rey Mysterio on Santana, who has not been able to get any sort of traction at all. And there's him fighting back with a punch to the stomach. And a huge clothesline that says Ortiz over the top rope. Santana getting pumped up, fired, and this is normally when we cut to commercial. There are no commercials here. Slides underneath the bottom rope. Now, of course, we had one double count out last year for the Marcho Madness play-ins, which was Sheamus and Cesaro. Very interesting that happens here, which means Okada would automatically jump as the #1 overall seed into the second round. Very dangerous, as he will undoubtedly be one of the, if not the highest rated person in the tournament, as he was last year. Count is at 4. Santana's got Ortiz down on one knee, gives him a big yes kick. And now he's going to drag him, throw him back into the ring. No, smashing his face against the turnbuckle and then throwing him back into the ring. Oh, also makes it easy that Santana's name's on the back of his jersey. That definitely helps. Kick to the midsection of Santana. Seated position in the corner. And then just a vicious choke. There are no friends, there are no brothers, there are no teammates here in Marcho Madness, as evident by most of these playing matchups being comprised of tag team competitors. Now some arm work there by Ortiz. Kick to the midsection. Maybe a power bomb perhaps. Got him up. Thinking about, oh, he's going to carry him over. Buckle bomb by Ortiz. Was taking his sweet time and then realized I could maybe get some momentum here and throw him into the corner. Ortiz looking for a pin on his partner Santana to move on. 1 count only. Santana, nice running Hurricane Rana there. And Ortiz taking a powder. Santana having none of it. Oh, he was going to go for a dive maybe. Didn't have opportunity to. Ortiz sent into the corner. Is it that time of year? It sure is, Caribbean Kid. We are in match 2 of 16 for Marcho Madness play-ins. There's a nice uppercut by Santana on Ortiz. What is he going for here? Maybe a second rope ace crusher? Yes, it is a huge ace crusher off the second rope by Santana on Ortiz. That might spell the end. 1. No, a 1 count only. These guys have been through Barbed Wire Massacre. They have been through some fights against OVE and against Crazy Steve and Abyss. They just made my workday so much better. My workday ended at 11:45 today, and it was perfect. I had this on my docket. Nice second rope senton there by Santana. He definitely no-sold the shit out of that. Orton's going to have a talking to him backstage. Of course, Randy Orton's an unfortunate, consistent story in Marcho Madness. Nobody has won more matchups in Marcho Madness history than Randy Orton with no title to show for it. He's been in the Elite 8, I believe, 4 times. He will be taking on Elias in the first round this year, a newcomer to the tournament. So we're interested to see how those two both perform. But there's a nice overhead belly-to-belly there by Ortiz. These two were showing up here. Maybe Sheamus told Cesaro to go home a little early, and these LAX were like, we got you. It'll be a reverse. Nice reverse suplex. That was textbook. And now Ortiz asking Santana, get up. What does he have in store for him here? Maybe another buckle bomb. We saw him hit one earlier. Power bomb. He's thinking about it. Moving around. Oh my God! That was not a buckle bomb. That was just a vicious power bomb through all of the ropes in the corner and the buckle, and that is it. That was incredibly unsafe, but it got the job done. Ortiz is your winner. There's the first buckle bomb. Bret Hart just got triggered. Dude, that just retired Sting again. What a disgusting power bomb by Ortiz. Here's that second rope cutter. Santana looked like he had the momentum back in his favor. Ortiz was having none of it and kicked out at the count of 2. Or count of 1, I should say. Really hope we get to see that power bomb one more time. Here's the reverse suplex. I'm thinking Ortiz in the finals after that. Okada has to watch it. Look at this power bomb. Jesus Christ! He hit the top buckle flush on the neck and hit the second rope on the way down. That was very, very vicious. Ortiz is coming for Okada. Thank you for clipping it, Caribbean Kid. We got Okada and Ortiz and Eli Drake and Cesaro already penciled in as matches you'll see March 31st, 4 Eastern. Pero Quago Jr. felt that. Yeesh, I'm just reading. Don't shoot the reader. And too soon is correct. Well, we just decided who was going to take on the number 1 overall seed. Who's going to take on the number 2 overall seed? This one's also going to be full of all kinds of high spots and hijinks, I should say. These are 2 of the most innovative and 2 of the most reckless wrestlers you'll ever see. It'll be the Time Bomb himself, Sans Daryl. I couldn't find a Daryl. Hiromu Takahashi taking on Rey Fenix. The winner gets Brock Lesnar. What are the settings you made these custom matches for? It's a good question. I always forget what my sliders are kind of at. I kind of just tweak it based on whatever's worked in the past. Hard match setting instead of legend difficulty normally makes better matches. I kind of turn up the finisher strength, especially recently because a lot of finishers were getting kicked out of it too every time. Medium reversal rates, nothing crazy. Both these men have been in Marcho Madness before. Stat time for you. Hiromu Takahashi, 0-1, made his debut last year. Rey Fenix, 0-2. I paused the last progress show to watch this one. Thank you, Suit, for joining us. Bells rung, we're underway. Takahashi and Fenix. Fenix coming out of the gate hot. Rocker dropper into a belly-to-back suplex. I expect Hiromu to dive through your TV. Well, I hope not, because I need to clean up after this, because I have Rich and Augie joining me for a wedding we're going to after this. Fenix with a nice springboard, or kind of using the ropes to his advantage there for some offense. Yeah, both these guys one of these guys will get their first win in Marcho Madness history. Speaking of first win in Marcho Madness history, this year 3 notable people are winless in Marcho Madness. Ricochet currently 0-3. He will try to fix that by taking on Chuck Taylor. Fenix asking Hiromu to get back to his feet. An early springboard attempt here by Fenix. Huge springboard leg lariat by Fenix on Takahashi. Bobby Fish is 0-4. I'll be taking Kyle O'Reilly later on in the day. Rich is going to be here tonight. Yeah, there was no way for us to do this tonight. Rich gets in at 9:45. Super kick! I know it was late, but I gotta make sure I call each one. And Augie will be driving up at some point for a wedding we're going to in Gainesville. Also winless in Marcho Madness history is Kevin Owens. He is 0-5 lifetime in this tournament. He lost last year as a number 1 overall seed to Sonata, who we'll see later on in the day. All 3 of those guys are going to get their first win, just like Takahashi and Fenix are right now. DDT. Nope. Fenix blocks it. Fenix, of course, looking for that Phoenix driver. There's a brain buster. Phoenix, he got to the top rope incredibly fast. 450? 450 by Phoenix on Takahashi. He stuck that landing, but he's not going for the pin. This could have been over very quickly. Instead, Phoenix wants to put more damage to Takahashi. I can sense the livers being abused this weekend. Yes, they will be incredibly abused. And there's Takahashi in that trademark charisma of his, trying to get back into a rhythm against Phoenix. been dominant in the early goings. Snap suplex. Winner of this has a totally different beast, pun intended, coming up after, with Brock Lesnar on the horizon. Gotta drag Hiromu there to the ropes. What we got going on here? Handspring Oscutter on Takahashi. Phoenix has looked very, very good thus far. Reviewing last year, wanted to see Takahashi lost to Naito last year. Phoenix was defeated by... Where's Phoenix at here? There's a nice back elbow. Well, Phoenix lost in a Lucha 6-man tag championship to Aerostar last year. Oh, Phoenix driver on Takahashi. Phoenix is now working by the hour. 1, 2, 3. Phoenix with a very, very impressive win on Hiromu Takahashi. He gets the beast. He's fought Mil Muertes to the bitter end before. Will he be able to do the same against Hiromu Takahashi? A poor showing there by Hiromu. Phoenix kind of devastated, dominated that one from bell to bell. So Hiromu goes to 0-2 lifetime. Phoenix gets his first tournament win. Phoenix, he could impress. That was very impressive. May have to take Phoenix pretty far after that. Well, he does have Brock Lesnar in his first match. So, maybe hold off. You love taking those 16 seeds. You love doing it. Well, we've seen Steiner Screwdriver is such a great move. It really is. Not actually what Phoenix has, but don't think they have any other form of a Phoenix driver there. His is more so like a old Rikishi driver. Underdogs, baby. Well, here's 2 underdogs for you in our next match. Guys who have not been in the tournament in quite some time. Kind of a Cinderella story. Why mullet? Kaimaru. I still fuck that up. Kaimaru? Kamaru? Chamura? Kyoto? A Kyotoplex. I'm going to call it Kyotoplex from now on. That's what I'm saying. Destroying my credibility year after year. Mara. Kaimara. It's a Kyotoplex. Don't worry about it. We'll see you in Samoa Joe wrestles on March 31st. That'll work. Thanks. The Motor City Machine Guns are back. I'm not good at this. I know. Alex Shelley, who's still somehow only 34 years old. I have no idea how. And Chris Sabin, who only one can go back. Ignore Chewbacca and the Cat in the Hat, Chuck E. Cheese. The fuck did Chris Sabin go? There he is. This guy was once dating Velvet Sky, and now here he is. I'll be sure to emphasize it during the highlight reel. I hope we see it just as much. Yep, the Machine Guns. The winner of this will get Hiroshi Tanahashi in the first round. Again, it's been a couple years since we've seen the Guns, but they've been in the tournament before. Alex Shelley is 1-1. Chris Sabin is 1-2. Sabin had a much longer history in this tournament when I did my extensive research back in the day, but only 2-7 lifetime. Chris Sabin. Alex Shelley was 2-4. First tournament for these guys in a couple years. Used to be a huge Sabin mark. Sabin's been through a lot. I was a huge Alex Shelley fan. Watched some 2004, 2005 ROH Alex Shelley, and of course Paparazzi Productions and TNA. These guys starting with some good old fashioned chain wrestling here to start. Nice, it's a nice hammerlock, still a hammerlock. He just pushes Shelley off of him. Yeah, Alex Shelley. When I saw he was 34 years old, I'm like, okay, cool. He can still make it there. He's supposed to be in a cruiserweight. He was supposed to be on 205 Live in 2008. That's how old Alex Shelley is. Oh, and there's a nice backstabber by Shelley. Yeah, Alex Shelley was at one point thought to be the next Chris Jericho, maybe one of the next great talents, and still had a phenomenal talent, an incredible promo. Underrated wrestler. Shining Wizard. No, nice running, almost like a kneeling STO on Chris Sabin, former World Heavyweight Champion. Clothesline ducks. These two know each other so well. There's a spin mule kick. Looking for a fisherman buster, but instead there's a dragon suplex. Oh no, Northern Lights. Fucking my suplex is up. I'm working through a Shelly ROH compilation DVD. It's so damn good. Sabin. Huge running knee. Those knees and those legs and those ankles have had quite a toll put onto them over the past few years. How was this New Japan run with Kushida? Didn't watch back then. Time splitters were dope. Time splitters are great. It basically only split up because they wanted to push Kushida as a singles, and Shelly and Sabin got back together when Sabin left TNA and ROH. The Motor City Machine Guns might go down as one of the most underrated tag teams of all time. We got a second rope German suplex, a full revolution there by Shelly. Sabin looking good. The series that they had with Beer Money and TNA was fantastic. They had some great matches against the Briscoes and ROH. Springboard dropkick, but he overshot him. Sabin completely overshot Alex Shelley and allowed Shelley to get back to offensive base, counters with an arm drag. Yeah, the Machine Guns, and also the Bucks when they were Generation Me. One count only. Also, Widden has already made it to Gainesville. He says we need to hurry up and get there. We'll be there tomorrow. The original squad together, so be on the lookout for some Patreon exclusives. And maybe just some other podcasts. Reverse DDT, second rope springboard leg drop. Shelly overshoots Sabin, maybe just trying to make him feel better. Yeah, Sabin's heel X division was also very good. There's a brainbuster by Sabin. So both guys have missed some big chances. A couple botches, it happens even here in Marcho. There's a senton from the second rope right on the legs of Shelly. It almost looked like he was calling out his ex-fiance's current boyfriend, Bully Ray. Now it's time. It's always fun to talk about wrestling Eskimo brothers. Chris Sabin and Bully Ray are two of them. There's a nice ace crusher. Looked like an RKO more than an ace crusher. But I'm calling an ace crusher, and it's Randy Orton doing it. Hiroshi Tanahashi will be the opponent for these two in the first round of Marcho Madness. There's a nice quick powerbomb by Shelly. Tanahashi had maybe the match of the tournament last year in the first round against John Cena as a 15 seed. Has battled back as a 3. There's a nice kneeling super kick by Shelly. Picks Sabin up. Sabin gets in the boat in the corner. Sabin put him on top. Of course, Sabin known to use that cradle shock. Shelly adopted sliced bread into his own. Sabin, what is Sabin doing here? Superplex from the ring to the floor. A huge risk. A huge move on his best friend. And now he's not done. Sabin to the top. Huge splash from the ring to the floor. Chris Sabin wants this badly. He does not care what he has to do. Basement dropkick to the face. And Shelly's back on his feet. There's a one-knee toe-breaker. Dangerous! Give me some, oh God, what the fuck was Gabe's, was it Jimmy Bowers or something? Gabe's old ROH commentary name. Marcho changes people. Chris Sabin's changed, man. He's trying to kill his best friend. Count. 2 count only after all of that. Chris Sabin does not put Alex Shelley away. Man, make Sheamus look like a pussy after his first match. Definitely the best match of the first round, and Sabin has busted Alex Shelley wide open. Drop kick to the back. Shelley up to his to a seated position. These guys are earning that paycheck tonight. Rolls away from the kick. There's a nice back forearm or back elbow. Shelley onto an apron. Sabin going for it. Shelley can barely get to his feet. Oh, and he just punches him down. Alex Shelley is absolutely wiped. Sabin. Hard Irish whip back in the ring for Shelley. Should really just take him out of his misery. What is this now? Draping suplex neckbreaker from the apron onto the floor. Alex Shelley has taken so much abuse in this play-in round. Sabin, he's going to do it again. The count is at 3. A second suplex neckbreaker onto the floor. Chris Sabin, there's got to be some kind of pent-up animosity here. He's going to do it again. The count keeps resetting. Alex Shelley, this isn't that important. We might just be stuck in a fucking time loop here. We might be stuck here, I don't know. There's another one. He's got to ride out the loop here. And Shelley finally counters. And there's a seated DDT. I can't even tell what the crowd is saying anymore. Shelley back on the offense. The count, I think, is somehow only at 5. Babyface comeback brainbuster on the floor. Count is at 7. Shelley throws Sabin back into the ring. This match will continue, and Alex Shelley is on the offense. Wake up taunt. Got him in a fireman's carry. Sabin fighting it off. Oh, there's a version of the old cradle shock. Count of 2. He got him. Alex Shelley. What a performance. He is a bloody mess. He took a superplex from the ring to the floor. He took a flying splash from the ring to the floor. 4 suplex neck breakers on the floor. And he comes back and eliminates Chris Sabin. He said, fuck 12 neck breakers. There's the superplex. Unbelievable effort. Undoubtedly our best match of Marcho Madness 2018 so far. And it took one cradle shock to spell the end for Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Caribbean Kid is sweaty. That's match number 4 of 16 today. The cradle shock and the victory. Alex Shelley. Will he finally live up to the potential and all the hype that's been surrounding him for the better part of 15 years? He nods his head yes. On March 31st in Marcho Madness, he could be this year's Trent, who made it all the way to the Final 4. Not in the tournament this year. Damn it, save it in your shit knees. That always spells the end. Alex Shelley, your winner. All right, woo. Ooh, baby, let me take a drink. Oh, baby, a cold sweat, baby, a cold sweat. Well, now we had some one-on-one action. Does Shelley even have the cradle shock? I think he might have used the he might have stolen Sabin's finisher. I'm pretty sure Shelley has sliced bread and a form of a super kick as his finishers. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he used Sabin's own finisher against him. Well, no longer custom matches. It's time to go triple threat for the, I believe, 2nd straight year. The New Day will be determining which of them will be represented in this tournament. It is last year's winner of this match, Xavier Woods. Former runner-up in Marcho Madness of Big E. And perennially in the tournament, Kofi Kingston. There's only room for one. Let's make sure our rules are good. They should be because it's a triple threat. Yeah, there's no count out in a triple threat, so is that advantage. Elimination is off. Elimination in the future might be fun, though. I'm torn. Both Big E and Kofi, all 3 of them deserve it. Xavier had a really good year, stepping up in a lot more matches than usual. Elimination wouldn't be a bad idea. That way each guy gets pinned. Quick decision. We're doing it. I'm at work and I looked at my notifications and boom, I hate my job all of a sudden. Alright, so from now on, triple threat elimination for these, I think we only have one other one. We have Sanity later on in the day, so fuck it. Let's do it. Why not? Let's make sure that the person that wins it earns it. Big E, Kofi, Xavier, triple threat. Here we go. Lifetime in this tournament. Big E Langston, as I said, former runner-up. He is 7-4. Xavier Woods, very impressive in his past two performances. 4-2. That promo on Tuesday was Big E's main event promo. You know it. You know it, man. That was his, hey, guys, I've had a lot of fun, but look, I'll probably want to go singles promo. Kofi Kingston, 3-6 lifetime in live marches. So Kofi, the weakest record of the three, but with the most appearances. Kofi trying to single each of them out. Good strategy, going back and forth. Big E knows he's kind of staying out of it. Yep, so last year, Xavier Woods was the representative. He defeated both these gentlemen in a triple threat match, and then made it to, what was his performance last year? Where are you at, Woods? Yeah, defeated Timothy Thatcher before dropping his match to Bobby Lashley. Previous year, nice super kick by Woods. Previous year, Woods was a Sweet 16 participant, defeating Davey Richards and Matt Seidel. Kofi, I think all three of them were in the Sweet 16 and all lost in the Sweet 16. So all these guys have been here and performed well. But this year, only one can make it to take on Matt Jackson of the Young Bucks. Always wanted to see the New Day and Young Bucks wrestle, and we're going to get a chance. Nice spin out DDT, countering that fall away slam. Power bomb by Woods. Had some snap on it. Kofi looking for that Hurricane Rana. Halloween Reese's. What is? Oh, the one-legged jack-o'-lantern. Woods fired up. Just kind of standing there. Like, Kofi with a running belly-to-belly suplex. Shades of Shelton Benjamin and Kurt Angle. And Xavier Woods rolls out to the outside. Huge maneuver by Kofi to take the momentum. Of course, we've made this an elimination matchup. To win this, you will have to beat both opponents. Woods back to his feet. He didn't take the opportunity to have Kofi sequestered with a nice double team move accidentally. Sidewalk slam into almost like a elbow clothesline. Back elbow by E. Got the much smaller Woods up on his shoulders. Stun gun on the ropes. Kind of changes also the dynamic of the match. You don't really need to break up any pinfall attempts now, because you want to get it down to a one-on-one match. Going for a suplex, a fisherman suplex. E blocks. There's a belly-to-belly overhead suplex of his own. Woods has been taking many belly-to-bellies. Nice Kofi chant. Kofi rolls back into the ring. But again, as I said, realize this, you don't need to break up the pinfall. Woods kicks out at 2 anyway. Gutbuster on E, the biggest member of the New Day. Yeah, Gutbuster for Woods as well. Xavier Woods has been carried around this ring like he's a fucking FedEx package. Woods going to roll back in the ring for the second time. Kofi wasted too much time going for a pin on E, who kicks out barely at 1. As I said, winner of this has got the Young Bucks, one of 2 tag teams, as the new March of Madness rules require. The 2 top tag teams of the year are going to get their own spots. There's a boom drop by Kofi. Those 2 teams are being the Usos and the Young Bucks in our Super 6 Super Kicks seed. They have some varying opponents, of course, the New Day being one of them, the Undisputed Era being, the New Day being one of them, Neville being one of them, AOP and Jey Uso through the unfortunate short straw of John Cena. Woods with a Shining Wizard. Kofi just runs up and punches him in the back of the head. E looks down and out. Yeah, so both the Young Bucks and both the Usos are getting their own spot. It's a new Marcho Madness rule where we don't have automatic bids anymore. Champions, so some champions did not make it this year, Matt Sydal being one of them. Adam Page not in the tournament, Rapungi 3K, Bad Luck Fale, Gorilla's Destiny, Jeff Cobb, all not making the tournament this year. To allow us to honor some better years, like the Usos and the Young Bucks getting their own spot. And that's going to be a thing going forward. If the top tag team's going to get their individual spots, there's a wonderful head scissor takedown. Kofi's been sneaky this entire match, waiting for big spots and opportunities to take out another member of his team. Woods down after a big kick to the chest. Is that enough to keep Woods down? No, it is not. Head scissors. My boy Hangman went in the pit. He might. We're going to choose the pit next week. You'll probably hear that in 2 weeks. Each Podswoggle member will have 2 picks, and then we'll have 4 different systems for determining the other 4 competitors based off of our draft, based off of PWF 500, previous Marchos. Woods with a very inventive, almost like a backwards code red. And he has both Kofi and Big E down. Got the pin on E. 1, 2. Kofi stands off, but he kicks out. Of course, last year's... Oh, Kofi was looking for trouble in paradise, and Xavier Woods cut him off with a Shining Wizard. Kofi was in his windup, and he got stopped dead in his tracks. Last year's pit champion was Kota Ibushi. He is in the tournament this year. Zack Sabre Jr., former champion, in the tournament this year. The pit can be a gateway to future success. Kofi just like, you guys fight it out. I'm taking a breath. Ooh, another inadvertent double team. E had that double noogie move on Woods, and Kofi just ran up and drop kicked him right in the face. Woods is going to duck out again, running drop kick by Kofi. Now a single leg Boston Crab. Too close to the ropes, however. Not sure there is a rope break actually initiated in this triple threat. Crowd again chanting for Kofi. Kofi's been in the lab doing work for years. Just a standing back body drop. Don't see that on a very frequent basis. Is that enough to put Kofi down? No, hardly a 1. Double. Both men looking to kick Kofi in the back. Woods, I feel, is the only one that's really hit a finisher. I haven't seen a big ending. Kofi went for trouble in paradise and got cut off. Fist of cuffs in the corner. Now a one-man unicorn stampede. Kofi says E is done. Kick to Kofi's midsection. There's a one-knee co-breaker again. Busts Kofi open into the pin. 1, 2. 2 count only. Kofi survives. So Alex Shelley gets busted open in our last match, and he used that fuel, that momentum, that anger of seeing his own blood to carry him to victory. Well, the same happened to Kofi. Woods went for a fist drop. Kofi moves out of the way. These guys know each other like so well. Flips around the sidewalk slam attempt. Huge chop. And a side Russian leg sweep. Ease back to his feet. Cover on Woods. 2 count only. Whole crowd's just doing the New Day clap. They're happy no matter who wins here. E went for a suplex. Woods countered. Gonna go for that reverse code red again. Kind of like a wheelbarrow face buster. Big E center of the ring. 2. That one was close. Kofi went for an elbow. Woods ducked him. Again, it looked like Kofi was winding up for a trouble in paradise. Instead, some technical wrestling there to take Woods back off of his feet, but Woods with a front headlock. And answers Kofi's side of the Russian leg sweep with one of his own. He just punches Woods into the corner. And now again, another one-man unicorn stomp. Xavier's down. Woods has been so resilient. And now he's got Big E right where he wants him. Big E to his feet. Kick. Shining Wizard on Big E Langston. That is the second one he has taken in this match. Is that enough? 1, 2. Yes, it is. Big E has been eliminated. It is down to Woods, and it is down to Kofi. The biggest man in the match, the one you would feel had the best chance of winning, has been taken out of this match. He will not be back to try to make it to the Marcho final for the second time in his career. Woods trying to win this for the second straight year. I think he goes to 2K and is like, yo guys, I really like video games. Can my character be pretty dope? And they're like, yeah, we got you. Can he also pin E and Kofi to win? 2. No, again, very close. Woods is en fuego. Woods now slowing it down. Kofi's been busted open. And here he comes. Looking for a second Shining Wizard. Kicks him down to a knee. Shining Wizard by Woods on Kofi. Xavier was going to go 2 up. Up, up, down, down, if you will. 1, 2. Did he waste too much time? No, he did not. Xavier Woods, for the second straight year, will represent the New Day in Marcho Madness. What a victory for Woods. He looked very impressive. Xavier Woods, we will see him March 31st. He is a dark horse in this tournament. He has been very, very good 3 years in a row with a victory. Is not something easy to do in Marcho Madness. But he has done it. Let me update my personal bracket here. Xavier Woods. Getting the dancing on. Doesn't have his trumpet. Doesn't need it. The lowest rated of the 3. Just to prove you. There it is. To prove. Doesn't mean anything. Maybe he'll be doing that all the way to the championship of Marcho Madness. Whew. One hell of a victory. Alright, well, we're going to move right along here. Gotta keep it going. Next, we have 2 stalwarts of Ring of Honor looking to get to the unenviable position of wrestling Braun Strowman in this tournament. It will be your current Ring of Honor television champion, just winning it back from Silas Young on the most recent ROH television show, Kenny King. Won't be able to listen to the show. Rusev did not make it in on Rusev Day. Happy Rusev Day, everybody. We did not have Rusev in the tournament. It was it was sad, but couldn't do it. Kenny King, your TV champion in ROH, against a guy who finally made it over the hump this year and became Ring of Honor champion, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. The winner won't go much further. It's funny because Braun Strowman's music just started on the game. Both men, former Marcho Madness competitors. Again, been a couple years off for each of them. Kenny King in this tournament, I believe, is just 0-1, having lost several years ago when he was X Division champion. Yeah, I demand a redo. I know. It hurt us to do it, but, you know, we got to. Kenny King 0-1. Christopher Daniels 3-3. We'll be taking on Braun, who Braun is 2-2 in this tournament. You'd think his record would be better, but he's plenty of time to do it. Bell is rung. We're underway. Kenny King's pants are incredibly loud. Wow, those are some loud-ass pants. If he wears those on a regular basis, then I would be commentating on them on a much more regular schedule. Short arm knee to the midsection. Of course, King going to be looking for either that royal flush or the coronation. Daniels, best moonsault ever at Angel's Wings. There was a snap German, shades of Tozawa with that German suplex on Daniels. King's another one who, you know, buckets of potential. Was on Tough Enough in 2002. Had a very good career for himself across many different channels. Never seemed to reach that peak, though, in the main roster as he did. And nobody says that more than, nobody lives that more than Daniels. Oh, there's a short brainbuster there by Daniels. Pushing 50. And still killing it. Still rocking and rolling. There's a Christian-style reverse DDT that Daniels have been doing probably before Christian was born. Daniels, wants to impersonate Christian as I can keep the door. So yeah, so it's these two and Braun Strowman. Braun, two-time Podswoggle champion. If he wins the whole thing, of course, he'll become the first three-time champion ever. Other former Podswoggle champions in this tournament. Of course, John Cena won it in Marcho Madness a couple of years ago. Finn Balor, Brock Lesnar, all former champions, looking to win that title from Penta El Cielo Miedo, who beat Brutus Beefcake for it just a couple weeks ago. A punch to the face. Belly to back. Couldn't be any more perfect than that. Fireman's carry. Gonna carry him over. Another stun gun maybe. Dropping the neck of Daniels onto the top rope. King seems to think that's it. I think otherwise. Yep, 2 count him. Christopher Daniels is 40, will be 47 years old this year. That's crazy. What's all this then, Professor Pirate? This is the Marcho Madness play-in rounds. We got to get these play-ins determined so I can get a bracket out for you guys to fill it out and win some prizes. We are in match 6 of 16 of Marcho Madness. Of course, the podcast just aired today. I get that a lot of this is new. That's why I'm using this opportunity to also talk some matchups, talk some bracketology to everybody. But yeah, I have no other time to do this in the next 2 weeks. Ooh, there's an alley-oop with King's face hitting the top turnbuckle. So we're getting these play-ins done and finished. They'll be up on YouTube for everyone to see. Probably after this weekend, because Tope will be in town doing a wedding. Daniels looking for a Death Valley driver, and King snapped out of it, landed on his feet. So far we've seen Cesaro beat Sheamus, Ortiz defeating Santana, Rey Fenix defeating Hiromu Takahashi, Alex Shelley beating Chris Sabin, and Xavier Woods just beat Kofi Kingston and Big E. Listen to the podcast on the road, but surprise play on Twitch is awesome. Hey, I got an early day of work on a Friday. I took the time to join you guys. Double Mongolian chop by King. King, send him up. What's he thinking? What's he thinking here? He's got him up fireman's carry position. This would be the Royal Flush. Nails Daniels with it directly into a pin. I would consider this a bit of an upset. Count of 2. No, Daniels kicked out at 2. This is our first finisher we've seen kicked out of here in the first round of the play-in. Took too much time to get to a pin. And a reversed DDT like Daniels gave King earlier on. Only the ref was in position. You are right. Gotta get a consistent ref. Where's Charles Robinson when you need him? Daniels leaned up against the ropes. Knew what King was going for. Dumps him out to the apron. Punches King down to the floor. Daniels telling him, get back in the ring. I'm not joining you out there on the floor. You're going to come in here. And brawling on the floor now again, of course. They might want to consider a double countout, so neither one of them has to wrestle Braun Strowman in the first round. Daniels picks King up. Walk him over. He's going to walk him over the corner. King says enough of that. Elbows to the midsection. Now whips Daniels into the opposite corner. Going for it here. Oh, nice STO into the second turnbuckle. Shades of Seth Rollins there. What's the over-under on the match time of Braun versus either one of these guys? Longer than this, I'll tell you that much. I think our shortest match tonight, Cesaro and Sheamus, was about 3-4 minutes. They'd be lucky. Only person I've seen Braun lose to in this game is fucking Thanos. Suplex blocked. King shoots him off. Northern Light suplex with a bridge. Daniels flailing his legs, able to kick out at 2. Kenny King supremely confident. Running to the top rope. Did he take too much time? Should he not have preened? Should have gone for the dive first. Again, more. Huge elbow. That was right on the face. Shades of the Macho Man with that. Had 2 definitive taunts and still was able to get that elbow drop on Daniels. Daniels doesn't pick this up. He's able to hit that early bird special he likes. Now turn to the hips. 3 gut wrenches coming up. Another deadlift. The only other time Kenny King was in this tournament, I believe he lost to Ryback in the first round. He's just a sucker for getting his butt kicked. The ref is checking on Christopher Daniels. The ref going to call this? No, Daniels apparently said he could still go. The ref almost called this match and considered Christopher Daniels out. Got him back up on the shoulders. A second royal flush on the Daniels. Center of the ring. You have to think that is going to be it. No! He kicks out again! How did he do that? 2 royal flushes to Daniels and almost a knockout, and he survived. There's a crossroads. Daniels is fired up. Kind of like Alex Shelley earlier on. You okay? He's good. 450 splash. Christopher Daniels is alive. Pinpoint knee. Kenny King was pretty much punching his ticket to March 31st. And Daniel said, not today. And now King back, trying to take the wheels out. Will a dragon screw leg whip be enough? No. Daniel's too resilient. No, he's going to go for, this would be gut wrench number 4. Ooh. This is the move that the ref checked on Daniels afterwards. A second one. King is covering like he's desperate. There's a third gut wrench. Now, is he going to go for that huge elbow drop again? Springboard? Yeah, thinking springboard here, I think. Asking Daniels to get to his feet. Springboard, cross body. Into a pin. 1, 2. No, still 2. Kick out was with authority as well. Daniels fights King off once more. Oh, Angel's Wings, nope. Power bomb, countered into a DDT. Daniels sitting up in the corner. Running drop kick. Kenny King. STO. Shades of almost like a Sister Abigail or a Blade Runner. Count of 2. No, he kicks out again. These two are not a tag team. These Kenny King, the current television champion. Daniels spent a significant amount of time as ROH champion in this grading period. They were put up against each other. There is a third royal flush into a pin. 1, 2, and 3. Kenny King finally puts Christopher Daniels down. What a performance by Kenny King. Some great resiliency by Daniels, but it was not enough in the end. Kenny King is your victor. And he will see Braun Strowman on March 31st. Remember, Daniel's the punk rock part of the addiction or the pseudo-Nazi part? The pseudo-Nazi part. So, kind of good he's not here anymore. Kenny King. Oh, some mood lighting too. Kenny King, your winner. Strutting around. Looks a little glorious there, if you know what I mean. Kenny King versus Braun Strowman. Good luck, kid. Well, now, let's move right along to 2 of the legends that are in this tournament. And they are fresh out of downloadable content. It will be Jeff versus Matt. The Hardys back in Marcho Madness for the first time playing each other in a play-in in a very long time. The winner of this matchup will see Tatsuya Naito in the first round. Lifetime King is going to get those hands. That is very true. Jeff Hardy 8-5-1 in this tournament. 17-13-1 lifetime. Matt Hardy 11-14 lifetime. Live Marcho Madness, he is 3-3. Had a good showing of it last year, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was when he really had his best performance. Matt Hardy last year made it to the Sweet 16 before he was eliminated by John Cena. There's that trademark sit-out chin breaker by Jeff Hardy to get this match underway against Matt. These two never really had the chemistry you'd expect. Had a couple decent matches, but nothing outstanding. Ref breaking him up early. A brotherly clean break. Back elbow to Jeff. Suplex by Matt. Holding him there. Vertical suplex. Picture perfect. Of course, last year these two much higher in seed. Matt was, I think, a 3 or a 4 seed. Weird case when you move from, I guess not super weird, but going from Impact to WWE means you go from like a 3 to a 15 seed. But you know, best match they ever had involved a dilapidated boat and fireworks. It's very true. It'll be nice to see a Matt Hardy mention his actual moves. Yeah, last year his twist of fate was awkward. Well, to be fair, it is awkward nowadays. Jeff, second rope. Nice. Oh, sprawling splash onto Woken Matt. Again, winner of this has a date with Tetsuya Naito. 2 seed. The 2 seeds are always an up and down case here in Marcho Madness. We've seen 2 seeds win it all the way. We've seen a 2 seed not make it to the second round before. 2 seeds this year being Naito, Braun, the other 2 Roman Reigns and Cody. We've determined one of their opponents. We're determining the second one now. We'll see Cody and Roman's determined later on in the day. So the lowest seed to win. The lowest seed to win would be Tensai. Tensai was a 13 seed back in 2012. Nice sit out suplex face buster there. Either Hardy could use a good old dose of tranquilo. My son just turned away from this match. Ouch. Hey, well, you know, it's kind of a calm down. The past couple ones have been hot. Had 3 straight good matches. You wouldn't expect a Hardy's match to be a calm down, but you know. Snake Eyes, not Snake Eyes, Stun Gun, early candidate for the official move of Marcho Madness 2018. Every year it's a new one. We had the Rings of Saturn one year. Last year it was the Kyotoplex. I know it's called something different, but I'm now calling it the Kyotoplex if you weren't here earlier. Ooh, excuse me. I was up early with my child. I worked for 3 hours today, so allow me to take a mini break from talking during the Hardy versus Hardy encounter. Back elbow, Jeff woozy, as he's prone to be, and a double axe from Matt on the top rope. Matt now going to the second rope. Ooh, that was a wacky second rope leg drop. Normally he does the finger guns taunt, but didn't do it that time. Matt gets Jeff seated. Back up to his feet. Suplex coming up. Jeff counters. Talk about knowing each other so well. We said it with the Machine Guns and New Day earlier. But Hardy's known each other since birth. Woken Matt doesn't quite get the distance on his leg drop as he used to. Sure doesn't. Is this a twist of fate? No, just a moonsault by Jeff. Got Matt into a pin. Matt kicking away, and he finally kicks out at 2. To the midsection, twist of fate. Jeff with a twist of fate on Matt. Into the pin. Will that do it? 1, 2. No, 2 count only. Matt knows all the secrets of the twist of fate. You're not going to beat him with it. Maybe Jeff should look at the Swanton instead. Powerbomb. Alley-oop. That busts Matt open. And now Jeff looking to the top rope. Matt rolling into his path. Swanton bomb on Matt Hardy. He got all of that one. All right onto the stomach. Oh, that might be one of the most fucking stiff things I've seen in a game. Pin that man. If he's not broken, he sure isn't woken anymore. Count of 3. Jeff Hardy is your winner. And he pooped himself. Oops, I pooped him. Jeff Hardy has eliminated the Woken Warrior, Matt Hardy, from the tournament. Jeff will see Naito in what should be a very good match, March 31st. What happens? Jeff, like, shatters his shoulder or something? Still makes it in the tournament. Jeff always seemed to have his brother's number. Well, Matt's the one that's got the victory at WrestleMania over the other. So this past year, Jeff was winless at WrestleMania before. Not winless in Marcho Madness. Moves to his 9th live Marcho victory. Gotta be high up on that list, I think. Actually, might be like 3rd or 4th on that list. Seth Rollins has 10 wins, at least this year. Seth Rollins has 10 wins. Randy Orton has 13. John Cena, of course, has 30. Yeah, Jeff Hardy's the 3rd most wins in live Marcho Madness this year. Will he finally win a live tournament? We'll find out. Next, it is we just were kind of in TNA, not this grading period, but before. We're going to go to TNA once more. Two men who had one of the most consistent stories all throughout 2017. Only one can make it into the tournament. But this is an incredibly big match. It will be Moose taking on Bobby Lashley. Of course, both guys been in the tournament before. Moose in this tournament is winless, if I'm not mistaken. 0-1. Had a great match with Seth Rollins last year. Really took Rollins to the limit when he was able to get the W. Lashley is 4-3 in this tournament. Had a pretty good seeding in last year's tournament as well. And he made it all the way to... Excuse me. Can't find my shit. Where's my shit at? There it is. Lashley last year made it to the Sweet 16 before losing to your eventual winner, Zack Sabre Jr. The winner of this match will be Roman Reigns' first round opponent in March of Madness. Roman Reigns is riding a two-year March of Madness losing streak. He was defeated by Matt Sydal in the first round in 2016. Lost to Luke Harper in the first round last year. Roman, of course, had a dominating performance in our Rumble just a few short weeks ago. He will be the highest-rated person in the game and in the tournament. But these are two hosses, as you see Lashley just hoss Moose up. Moose looks enormous. I don't know anything about these two. Moose used to play for the Falcons. Moose, good God, Moose looks like fucking Kamala size almost. There's a suplex into the corner on Lashley. Moose is not that big. Over at belly, but he makes Lashley look diminutive. We have one Lashley fan in the crowd. I gotta look up the size here. Well, I think it's just the beefiness they've kind of made it. Lashley's more cut, if anything. So Bobby Lashley, who somehow was 41 years old. Lineman, he wasn't very good. I looked at footage for him, couldn't find much. I think it's Quinn Ojanaka or something. Lashley's 6'2", 245. Alright, so 6'2", 245. Moose is 6'5", 295. Okay, so I guess it does make a little bit of sense. There's a gutbuster by Moose and a running senton. Moose looks like he ate an actual moose. I remember Rich and I went to an Evolve show at the Orpheum in Tampa like 5 years ago. There's a running Liger bomb there on Lashley by Moose. They had like, not an FIP show, but some local show on beforehand. We just walked in and the match was going on. And we saw this guy named Moose. And we're like, that guy's fucking huge. He looks great. He's green as goose shit. And yeah, here he is. Back elbow by Lashley. Looks like the strength of Lashley Just snatching Moose up. Took too much time. Looking for that running power slam. I got caught with a reverse, with a side Russian leg sweep. Moose off the ropes. Another running senton. Moose really setting like... Moose with an Asai moonsault! Good lord! I saw Moose's first ROH dark match. The team with Cheeseburger, Goat team. There's that go to hell choke bomb by Moose. Now maybe setting up his version of the Rainmaker he calls the Game Changer. Lashley looks to be dead out on his feet. But just playing possum. Great snooplex. Now Lashley, there you go. Lashley using his MMA background. Look at these, ooh, just stiff elbows, my God. Those are some cutting Randy Orton open elbows. Maybe pissed Moose off and throws him way out, unprotected headbutt. Better than the WWE background, very true. Huge clothesline by Moose. Maybe, no, there's the go to hell choke bomb. That was double-handed, like a sit-out Punjabi plunge. And now, the Rainmaker time. Nay, could be Game Changer time. There it is, Discus Lariat. Lashley's tournament could be over very quickly. No! Just shot that shoulder up at 2.5. Whew, boy, that was very close. Another senton by Moose. Lashley misses the punch. Powerbomb. No, backdrop counter. Lashley feels his back up against the ropes. There's a backbreaker for Moose's troubles. He'd make Stan Hansen proud if Hansen can see. That blind son of a bitch. Punch. Belly to back. Ashley now is going to set him up. I thought that she was thinking spear. Instead, just cockily, you know, that word, whatever it is, cocky in the corner. How about that? That works better. Doesn't have Dan Lambert or American Top Team to support him. Lashley sent over the top rope by Moose. Last thing we need, these guys going to a double count out, and Reigns automatically makes it to the second fucking round. Slams Lashley's head onto the mat. Got Lashley looked like he went limp there. Again, just playing possum. Is a belly to back suplex the same as a side suplex? It's of the belly to back variety, so it's kind of a belly to back side suplex. Count is at 4. Now walking around each other, back elbow by Lashley. Lashley looked pissed about something. There's a Fez press. Punching away at Lashley. Count is at 6 now. And Lashley throws Moose back into the ring. Lashley seriously is like upset about something. The count is at 8. I don't know what Lashley is doing. The count is at 9. Has Lashley quit on this match? Lashley just gave up on this match. Lashley, for no reason at all, just stayed on the outside, angry, and he's been counted out. Lashley has walked out of TNA and now has walked out of Marcho Madness. Moose is your winner by countout. Unbelievable turn of event. Look at Lashley. He's just upset. He's angry. He's pissed about something. He literally waves it off. Lashley doesn't need this. He's bigger than the pod. Moose wins. He does not want to work with this green rookie. And now Moose has a date with Roman Reigns on March 31st. What a turn of events that was. Unbelievable. Again, stories, what we're all about here. He may actually win that. Can Roman Reigns go 0-3 in 3 straight Marcho Madnesses? That'd be crazy. A lot of Moose fans are going to become a thing on March 31st. We're halfway home. We are halfway through today's festivities. Let's keep it going, and it's time for our second triple threat match. This time we go to NXT for the triple threat of sanity. We have Killian Dane, who I double checked was Freebird ruled for the NXT Championship. We also saw the Rumble Big Dogs winning the whole thing. You have Alexander Wolf making his, Dane and Wolf both making their tournament debut against man we once dubbed the Raincoats for eliminating Okada from a tournament a couple years ago, Eric Young. Again, we're making, I'm going to put this in there. I don't normally change venues, but come on. This got to be an NXT. We'll do, oh man, there's so many choices. Jesus. We'll do TakeOver Brooklyn 2. Sure. Nah, I want more intimate. We'll do NXT. There we go. Custom match rules. We're good there. Gonna make this elimination. They keep letting him bite into Lesnar like they're on Monday, and I'm more okay with that than I'd normally be. I think we're all with ya. Triple threat elimination. Dane, Wolf, and Young. Winner of this one's gonna get Jinder Mahal. Speaking of rooting for somebody and being more than okay with a result. Again, Dane and Wolf making their debuts in the tournament. Eric Young, he is 3-4 live Marcho Madnesses. This is our last of the triple threats. Last year we had several. Kind of didn't allow the Wolf. Well, there goes Wolf. Be smart. Oh, maybe the Wolf and Dane decided to team up on their leader. That was almost like teamwork. Wolf sliding out, and then Dane catching Young from behind with a massive headbutt. Any of these three I'd take over them all. I would take Thomas Wolf, fucking Eric Dane, and Sean Young instead of Jinder Mahal. Let alone these three. Jinder but no Rusev. Jinder Mahal is a 3 seed because he was a world champion for 170 days. You know how this works, Tyler. You know how this works. A suplex by Young on Wolf as Dane taunts. Dane, of course, was one of the final 3 people in the Under the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Could get revenge against Jinder for that. The winner of that match is not in Marcho Madness. I know, well, look, Rusev has other things to do on Marcho Madness because it's Rusev Day. So we got to give him the time to do that. So. It's got to count as a belt, yeah. Oof, again, these triple threats have had all kinds of calamity. Moves on top of moves, been kind of entertaining. A man can dream, mullet, I know. Dane looking impressive. Obviously the biggest man in the match. And they sure nailed this NXT crowd. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but sounds right to me. Kick to the back of Young. Ducks the clothesline. And that is a belly-to-back side suplex, holding on to him for a second time. He's got some snap there, and there's a German suplex for Wolf's troubles. Killian Dane is wrestling a handicap match at this point, it feels like. Wolf has already had to roll to the outside, now Young rolls to the outside. Now a Northern Lights suplex. I don't think 2K has enough coding to represent all of Dane's chest there. Really, it doesn't look to be enough. It's like the same issue they had like making like Monsters Inc. like 16, 17 years ago. It was like, how do we do all this hair on Sully? Now maybe Young and Wolf gonna form a coalition here to double team Dane. Nope, Young says forget that. And now got Young up on the ropes. The official move of Marcho Madness 2018, the stun gun. Dane's managed back up to a vertical base, but is caught up against the ropes. Wolf gonna roll out again. And gonna take some shots at Dane off the ropes. Huge clothesline. Young, cocky. He's been here before. Young's a former Final Four, former Elite 8 participant. He has beaten the #1 overall seed in the tournament, Okada. Wants to do it again. I was sure Young was going to hit a stun gun there. Was looking for something and decided against it. Dane off the ropes. Oh, and Wolf says, whatever you're thinking of, forget it. 'Cause I'm thinking a neck breaker to you. Crowd chanting NXT just because they can. There's a nice running Death Valley driver there by Wolf on Young. The pin on the leader of Sanity. Count of 2. He got him. Wow. Out of nowhere, Alexander Wolf with a running Death Valley driver, and he has eliminated Eric Young, the only man with experience in this tournament. And there's a running Death Valley driver of Killian Dane's own on Alexander Wolf. Maybe Snake Eyes on Wolf. Nope. Gets out of it. So the raincoat is out. And now it's the underlings, Wolf and Dane, fighting for their spot. We saw Xavier Woods go 2 up and 2 down on the New Day. Can Wolf do the same here and shock us all by eliminating Killian Dane? He's got Dane up on his feet. Looking DVD perhaps. Nope. Powerbomb. Sit out. Powerbomb into a pin. Is Alexander Wolf moving on? Count of 2. He sure is. What a victory. Alexander Wolf is your winner. He has pinned both Eric Young and Killian Dane. That is undoubtedly an upset. Everybody starts skanking, says Dave Johnson. Here it is right here. Oh, the power to get the big man up. 2 times in a row. Kind of sat out even more so than usual on that one. And Alexander Wolf will wrestle Jinder Mahal in the weirdest first round matchup of Marcho Madness 2018. Alexander Wolf, a breakout year for him, really turned some heads at NXT Brooklyn, definitely in War Games when he basically became a human sieve. I never expected Alexander Wolf to be the most endearing guy in Sanity. Well, he sure is. He's your winner. Alrighty. So those are all of our triple threats for the day, but we still have 7 more matches to go in this play-in round. Next, a team that Sanity may run up against in NXT nowadays. For the second time in their career, they're going to be wrestling each other in a Marcho Madness play-in match. For an anarchist, he's a really nice guy. It's going to be War Machine facing off against one another. It's Hanson. Oh no, we're going to Warpaint. Come on, what are we doing here? Come on, we know what operation we're running here. Against Rayro. Yeah, Warpaint, come on. I was just curious to see what it was. I already saw this arena. We'll switch it up. We'll do the Rumble. Winner of this matchup will take on Bobby Roode in the first round. The first match, Hanson was the winner. Actually, Hanson was one of those people to beat Kevin Owens in this tournament. So Hanson is 2-1 in Marcho Madness. Rayro winless. They'll be taking on winners. Will taking on Bobby Roode, who does not have a great record. He is 3-7 Marcho Madness. Bobby Roode, one of, I believe at this point now, only 3 people to be in every Marcho Madness. Let me quickly look through my list here. The Miz missed 1 year. Cena's never missed. Sheamus has never missed. So yeah, Samoa Joe has never missed. So yeah, so there's a few still in the running. Bobby Roode's one of them, but he's only 3-7 in the tournament. Oh, what a power slam by Hanson to start this one off. If my calculations are correct, this will be our 8th Marcho Madness, so that would mean, yes, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, Samoa Joe, John Cena would be the only people that have never missed a Marcho Madness. War Machine isn't paid by the hour, clearly. They are not. Oh, what a vertical suplex set up into a knee straight to the face of Rayro. Hanson's the one not working by hour. There's a choke slam. Considering Sheamus' injuries from 2013 to 15, that's kind of surprising. He always was around enough. He always was around enough. Hanson. Huge second rope cross body there. Rayro is going to take a powder because Hanson ain't fucking around to start this one off. Bobby Roode might be shaking in his shoes already. Rayro Gross. Gotta get some offense. Yeah, gotta do something to get something going here. Reverse DDT maybe? No, almost like a GTR. Go for it, Warbeard. I almost read it as the Warlord. Into the apron goes Hansen. Count of 5. Gonna smash him up against the apron. Nope, Hansen says no, no, no. The count is at 7. Oh, Hansen sends Ray Rowe into the steps. Count of 8. Rowe's in trouble. Count of 9. Can Rowe get back in the ring? Oh, just barely gets into the ring. 9.5. Ray Rowe keeps this match going. Almost had our second count out of the playing round. That one would have been an earned one, though. Hansen, I can't believe Hansen thought it was okay to treat his brother, his best friend, his tag team partner in such a way and get such a cheap victory, but he almost did. It's all about moving on. It's all it takes. Hansen sits Rowe up on the second rope. Rowe kicks him off. These two had a great playing matchup a couple years ago. There's a great standing elbow drop. And so far, this match also hasn't disappointed like the first one. Whoa, Jesus! That spinebuster attempt was met with a flurry of elbows by Hansen. Yeah, Rowe is definitely awake. Slowly sits Hansen up on the top rope. Hansen kicks him off. Hansen, for his size, a very agile man, just sticks with a double axe handle. Hansen again looking to fly. That diving splash. Batman moonsaults! Huge moonsault by Hansen. Is he going to go for spin kick of doom? Nope. Instead, there's a T-bone suplex. Bam Bam moonsault. Could we set him up for that spin kick or his version of the Pearl River plunge? Nice belly to back suplex there by Rowe. Fuck you, Morris. Rowe is getting feisty there with a little dance maneuver. And now he's launching into his comeback. 2 clotheslines. Ducks the third. Power slam by Rowe. Hansen moving around like he's a cruiserweight. He does that sometimes. Picks him up. Nice spin out face buster there. Hansen up to his feet. Oh, he was going for trying to shoot inside on a sidewalk slam, and instead, Hansen cut him off there. Shot to the face. Russian leg sweep. The pin on Rowe. Is that enough for Hansen to go 2 up on his tag team partner? It is not. Bobby Roode has got to not be liking the spirit of these two. Oh, got him up. Looking for death row. Fireman's carry. Sidewalk slam. Hansen is in trouble. He's too close to the ropes. Rowe recognizes it. Could this be another great come from behind victory? Count of 1. Count of 2. No. Hansen out at 2. Rowe cannot believe it. It looks like Hansen couldn't either. Hansen was kind of stuck there in that kick out position. Got him in a snapmare. Are we going to calm down? Slide headlock. Time to talk it over. Rowe, got to admire the comeback we've seen from Rowe already in this match. Almost counted out. Now Rowe's going to put Hansen up on the top rope. Thinking superplex maybe. Be one big superplex. Oh, not a superplex. Oh, man, looking for a tiger suplex from the top rope. Tiger suplex! Almost Hansen's own move, basically. Is that going to do it? Count of 2. It will do it. Ray Rowe, a come-from-behind victory, has eliminated Hansen with a top rope tiger suplex. Here's the Fat Man moonsault by Hansen that didn't mean anything. Very good match between two very, very big competitors. Two scary men you do not want to see in this tournament. But Bobby Roode will in the first round. Ray Monroe is your winner. He's very happy about it. Weird to see a man that looks like that, so happy. Look at him, just a good old-fashioned happy man. Alright, moving right along. We are at a great pace. I hope we're at this pace on March 31st, I have to tell you. This is a very interesting play-in matchup that's coming up right now. The winner of this match will be taking on the phenomenal AJ Styles in the first round. Two 16 seeds who had some good title runs in 2017. One of them is making their debut in this tournament. That man is Matt Riddle. He was in the pit last year. He will be taking on your current never open weight champion, a man who took Randy Orton to the limit in the first round last year, Hiroki Goto. Only one can make it to AJ. I'm fine with either match. Who's going to? So this is going to be one strong style, stiff, mat-based encounter. Again, like I said, Riddle's debut in the tournament. Hiroki Goto 0-1. AJ Styles, that Riddle looks great. It's a pretty good Riddle. AJ Styles 6-7. Live Marcho Madness. Leaked diapers equals 10-minute ordeal. Hey man, I feel you. I feel your pain. Riddle and Goto. Bell's rung and we are underway. Riddle immediately goes to the legs and looks to ground Goto. He does look good, but I don't cotton to a man that doesn't wear shoes. Hey, Rusev learned his lesson. There's a nice knee to the face. Riddle just over and over throwing Goto into the corner. Yeah, we might be looping it. Now I'm going to try that corner instead. Oh, they kind of awkwardly bump into each other. Riddle off the ropes. And again, they kind of awkwardly... These guys got to get on the same page here. Ooh, there's a kick to the leg. Goto's telling Riddle to calm the fuck down. Olympic slam. And a missed kick to the back. Another missed kick to the back. That time Riddle actually countered it. And a German suplex. Riddle had a lengthy reign as the inaugural WWN champion this grading period before losing to Keith Lee, who will be making his tournament debut against Samoa Joe in what will definitely be the a first-round highlight. A nice seated powerbomb onto the knee powerbomb by Goto. And his current PWG Tag Team Champion, Jeff Cobb, just barely missing the tournament after being a 3-seed as Matanza last year. Goto had two different never reigns in this grading period. There were bookmarked Minoru Suzuki's impressive reign. Minoru Suzuki, who's the oldest competitor in the tournament this year, will be making his Marcho Madness debut, if you can believe that. Riddle's second rope, rolling senton onto Goto. Both these men match up very well to AJ Styles. AJ is struggled against a bigger athletic competitor. There's a half and half suplex by Riddle. Riddle, of course, does not have that bro mission, that twister maneuver in the game. I believe he has some form of a chicken wing as his submission finisher, but he could be looking for the bro to sleep. Goto always looking for the GTR. Suplex. There's that knee. Riddle is excellent at using those knees. All kinds of trapping there with that suplex on Goto by Matt Riddle. Now there's Rings of Saturn. Rings of Saturn on Goto. Goto is in trouble. Fighting him off. Very, very resilient. And there's a knee of his own to the side of Riddle's face. Oh, I thought he was maybe setting him up for a neck breaker. Riddle fights him off. Up on the shoulders. Bro to sleep. Bro to no. It looks like it was more so in the midsection. I don't know if he really got Goto in the face or not. Is that bro to sleep enough? He didn't get all of it. No, yeah, it didn't get him on the face. Looks like he got him more so in the chest area. Goto kicks out at 2. Riddle, you do not want to be on the mat when Matt Riddle is your opponent. Goto reverses, sends Riddle into the buckle. Riddle counters him again. Now setting him up on the top rope. Goto kicks him off. Nice diving clothesline. Turns Riddle inside out. Riddle up on his feet. There's a clothesline. Goto getting a comeback now. 2 clotheslines and a leg lariat. Something looks vaguely Jokerish about Riddle's face. Yeah, I noticed that too. Like the face scan did something weird. There's a Ushigarashi. I believe that's one of Goto's setup moves of the GTR. You want to know how Matt Riddle got those scars? By getting punched in the face. Riddle drug Goto out of the way. 2 count only by Riddle on Goto. Trap elbows on a prone Goto. Kick to the back. Riddle sends Goto into the turnbuckle. Ooh, there's some kicks. Those are closer to the chin and the neck than the Broto Sleep did earlier. Oh, and it was looking. Oh, it's gotta be weird just holding a naked foot in your hand. Goto now getting Riddle up to his feet. Here we go, hammerlock version of the GTR. Doesn't have the neck or the backbreaker form of it, but he hits a kind of it, and that's enough to do it. Hiroki Goto has beat Matt Riddle. That botched Broto Sleep really did it in for Matt Riddle. Goto started to pick up some momentum, and he gets the victory. He will take on AJ Styles. Yay, Shoes win. A poor start to his Marcho Madness career for Matt Riddle. I don't think it'll be the last we see of him. Goto is your winner. He's a mean-looking man right there. He means business. Goto is your winner. Goto versus AJ, I can dig it. It's going to be a good one. Alright, so we have 5 more to go. I'm punchy doing 11 matchups in an hour and a half. Imagine I'm going to be on the 31st. Next, Suzuki. Yes, Suzuki is a 5 seed. He'll be taking on Austin Aries in the first round. Another tag team for the 2nd straight year in a row will be facing off in a play-in matchup. It is the Authors of Pain, Razor and Akam, going up against one another. Last year it was Razor who got the win. Well, Akam even that one out. We will find out right now. Again, we'll NXT this up just to make it, kind of usual to us. Razor Akam's the one with the tattoo, so that'll make that easier for me to remember this year. Winner of this match will take on the other Young Buck, Nick Jackson, in the tournament. So again, each Young Buck getting their own spot. We know Matt Jackson will take on Xavier Woods. Who will Nick Jackson face? He's probably not happy about his options. Bell's rung, we're underway. Akam comes out hot. And just starts pounding away. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I might have miscounted that, but Akam. 1980s babyface Akam here. What pay-per-view did you show Jillian first? Oh, boy. I don't even remember. I think it technically would have been Survivor Series 2016. Because it was the pay-per-view that was on 3 days before she was born. So when my best friend Andrew Zangri visited me, he wanted to watch the Goldberg-Jillian match. Oh, the Goldberg-Jillian match. She squashed him in a minute and a half. The Goldberg-Lesnar match, she was blocked up. And the Goldberg-Lesnar match, she took one hell of a dump in the middle of that match, let me tell you. I was like, ooh, what a stiff stiff headbutt by Razar. These two never really worked against each other. Awkward. There's a world's strongest slam by Akam. Almost killed him. Headbutt there by Akam. No, is that Razar? No, that's Razar. Which one's the ugly one? Not sure since the days of Jason Voorhees has my head hurt so much from watching a computerized headbutt. Dude, those Jason headbutts, bro, used to be severe. Jason Voorhees, one of the best Marcho Madness champions of all. One of the best. Well, yeah, you know, Jason, when former IWGP Intercontinental Champion Jason Voorhees. No, former Podswoggle champion. One of the greatest of all time, I would say. Akam got Razar up on his shoulders. The official move of Marcho Madness 2018. The stun gun. Akam shoots Razar into the buckle. A huge back elbow. Razar's moves have some snap to them, let me tell you. There's an STO. Razar picks Akam up. There's a Oklahoma Stampede. Shades of Dr. Death. Steve Williams on that one. Went for a running double axe handle. Akam went for a German. Razar counters. And there's a avalanche, sending Akam trying to bail out and go to the floor. Oh, that's... My God, Razar. Everything he does has such emphasis to it and makes some sickening sounds. Now he's going to wrench at the sure-to-be damaged neck of Akam. Razar sends Akam careening over the floor for the second time. It's at NXT TakeOver Orlando. I'm about 5 rows deep. 10 o'clock. You guys are brawling on the floor. These two can brawl. Let me tell you, there's a kick to the face by Akam. Razar up on his feet. Akam now. There's a Russian leg sweep. I believe that is his part of the last chapter. Double axe handle to the back. Shades of demolition. Razar's in trouble, but he elbows him in the midsection. My God! Someone was talking about Stan Hansen lariats earlier. That was a Stan Hansen lariat. One count. There's a 1 count on Akam. That clothesline had some sauce to it. Went for a punt to the midsection. There's a Fez press by Akam. Swung that arm like he was blind himself. Akam. Razar's on his feet, looking for his part of the Super Collider. His own powerbomb. Gets the big man up. Jackknifes him. The pin by Akam. He took all of Razar's shots, and it pays off. Akam gets his win back on Razar from last year. He will take on Nick Jackson in the first round. Very impressive match for both men. Razar had the heavy hits, but Akam had the more fluid offense. I'm glad those two are so evenly matched. Yeah, felt about right. There's a lariat again. My God. There's a second time. How Akam kicked out of that, I have no idea. But he did. He managed to jackknife Razar and get the victory. Akam will be in Marcho Madness March 31st, 4 p.m. Eastern. Take on Nick Jackson, what was sure to be a clash of styles. Next, our last four. Man, these last four are huge. These are, I definitely saved, I feel like four of the best for last. This next one, the winner of this match will be taking on Cody in the first round of Marcho Madness, and it's kind of appropriate that they are because they are two stars from New Japan in their own right. It will be your current reigning defending Podswoggle Invitational Champion, Kota Ibushi, taking on the reigning defending IWGP United States Champion, Switchblade Jay White. Only one can make it to the next round, or the first round for that matter, and face Cody. We'll go, where's the Japan Super Show. Put this in the Tokyo Dome. Ibushi and Jay White, both making their official Marcho Madness debuts as Omega. Yes, Omega is in the tournament. Omega is the 4th number 1 seed. He will be taking on the winner of our main event of the play-ins, our 16th match of the day, which we'll get to a little bit later on. Omega is a 1 seed and had a lot of success in the tournament last year. I believe he made it to the Elite 8 or the Sweet 16, if I'm not mistaken. Kenny Omega made it last year to the Sweet 16 before he lost to Samoa Joe. Jay White and Ibushi. There's a Northern Light suplex by White to start. Jay White right there looks like shrunken Baron Corbin with a better hairline. It's a kick to Ibushi's back. Ibushi last year had a very impressive performance in the Podswoggle Invitational Tournament. He defeated Jack Gallagher, Brian Cage, Bill Goldberg, and Rockstar Spud to win it all. And then went on to become a Podswoggle champion, defeating Rich Camelucci for that championship, ultimately losing it to New Jack. So Kota Ibushi, this one's funny. I love that sounds like a normal year for Kota Ibushi. In that case, I'm pulling for Ibushi for Golden Lovers reunion somewhere in the brackets. That could happen. That would have to happen in the Final Four if that were to happen. They are literally right on top of each other, but on different quarters of the bracket. Same side, different quarters. I love that Kota Ibushi beating Bill Goldberg and Rich Camelucci back-to-back, and then losing a championship to New Jack sounds totally normal. The nerve hold by Ibushi on Jay White. White, of course, I personally feel snuck in the tournament. Spencer didn't want to talk about it. There's a standing shooting star, but felt Jay White needed to be in the tournament. That's my story when it comes time to make my bracket. Second rope Phoenix Splash by Kota Ibushi. That's what he does. Yeah, Spencer was like, I don't want to talk about it, but Jay White needs to be in the tournament. He is, as the man that dethroned Omega. Still kind of consider him an automatic bid. Had he not been the champion, don't feel he would have made it in. Looking to hit the Blade Runner at some point. Of course, the Golden Star Power Bomber, the Phoenix Splash, Ibushi's weapons of choice. So White kicks Ibushi off. Nice running drop kick. Ibushi's going to roll out. White was going to look for something, but instead decided otherwise. Going to taunt. Pele kick by Ibushi. Ibushi said, that's what you get for taunting me. Taking your eye off the prize. Figure 4 leg lock by Ibushi on Jay White, who's really close to the ropes. And he's just going to instead fight him off. A couple shots to the leg and a slap to the face. Nice uppercut there. Body slam. Ibushi blocks it with a reverse DDT. Ibushi's been rocking that nerve hold quite regularly. Now it's looking for, is this already? Oh no, it's even worse. It's that bridging package power bomb he likes to use. Oh my god! How can anybody live through that? Jay White is on his feet already. How can you be on your feet already? Running clothesline into the corner on Jay White, who's fighting Ibushi off again. I thought Ibushi was setting up the Golden Star Powerbomb that stood out last ride, but instead Ibushi was thinking much different. Just Kota thing, you know. There's a shooting star standing moonsault. And now Ibushi's going to get right to his feet. Gotta think now he's thinking Golden Star Powerbomb. And he's got him in perfect position. Cut off from the rest of the ring. There's the last ride portion. And there's the sit-out portion. The pin on White. Count of 2. Ibushi's roll continues. Switchblade is out of this one very early. Kota Ibushi will take on Cody in a Wrestle Kingdom rematch in Marcho Madness. There is that. Oh, Jesus. I don't know if I can watch that much more in this tournament. Ibushi is now rocking 5 straight wins in Podswoggle tournament play. He can't believe it. He did it. Former New Japan Cup winner, former Pit winner. Looking to add Marcho Madness to his list. Alrighty. Goodbye, Jay White. See ya. Definitely don't want to be ya. We have 3. Count them, 3 matches left. We are whipping through these today. Next is maybe the most often played play-in matchup of all time. Formerly Red Dragon, now the Undisputed Era. One more time. It'll be Bobby Fish taking on Kyle O'Reilly, current NXT Tag Team Champions. They are destined to do this forever in this tournament. So let's go back, shall we, throughout the years to see how many times we've actually done this. I know. Let's take a look and see here. In 2013, it's so hard to read this. No, I don't think it would have been 13. I think it would have been 14, probably. 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 14, I think is when they would have started. So in 2014, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. Death Taxes Fish was O'Reilly in the play-in round of March of Madness. You know it. Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, 2014, had their own spots. Each lost in the first round. In 2015, they each still had their own individual matchups. Bells rung and were underway. Let's see here. Kyle O'Reilly lost to Cesaro in the first round. Bobby Fish lost to Kane in what I call the worst match in Marcho Madness history. In 2016, I believe, is when they had their first play-in matchup. Yes, it is. Kyle O'Reilly beat Bobby Fish in 2016, and Kyle O'Reilly beat Bobby Fish in 2017. In fact, they are Kyle O'Reilly's only 2 wins in Marcho Madness. Bobby Fish is winless in Marcho Madness, 0-4, looking to end that drought, as we referenced earlier on the day. A cravat suplex by O'Reilly, not looking good for Bobby Fish early on. The winner of this match will take on The Miz in the first round. Miz back up to a 3 seed. Rich heavily arguing him to be a 2 seed. Also could have been said about the Bucks before this year. The Bucks have had their own individual spots before. This year's not one of those years. Good early shots by O'Reilly. There's an elbow. Oh, Nigel Lariat. One of O'Reilly's trademark moves. Fish fights him off. Bobby Fish does not want to go 0-5. Does not want to have the worst record in live Marcho Madness history. He's currently tied with Kevin Owens, 0-4. I misspoke earlier, saying Owens was 0-5. He's only 0-4, like Bobby Fish. There's a nice pop-up Hurricane Rana there by Fish on O'Reilly. Fish really wants to win this. And O'Reilly doesn't even let him get a 1 count. Fish goes 0-5. Can we just have O'Reilly auto win their players for every year? So Bobby Fish will just be banned from Marcho Madness. We'll have to find out. Hopefully he does something immoral so we can be part of the morality clause we started this year. Which is why Enzo Amore is not in the tournament. Oh, there's a backbreaker rack. Kick to the back there. I think his mouth guard is pretty immoral. It's a fair point. Very fair point. O'Reilly shoots Fish off into the buckle. Oh, went for the running knee. Fish had it scouted. Went for a belly-to-belly and gets taken down by O'Reilly anyway. There's a snap DDT. Almost like the Miz's DDT. A little bit more snap to it. Trying to take the Miz on in the first round. Brainbuster. Brainbuster by O'Reilly on Fish. Getting Fish up to his feet. Second verse, or third verse in this case, though, is a little different. He's going to write Fish off and he blocks it. 2 kicks, maybe a brainbuster of his own. No, Falcon Arrow. Falcon Arrow by Fish and O'Reilly. Bobby Fish, can he turn a corner here? O'Reilly to his feet. Spin kick. Didn't have a lot on it. Is it enough to finally break the curse? Ref was out of position. Count of 2. No, O'Reilly kicks out of 2. Fish really thought he had finally gotten the win. But O'Reilly hangs on. Step through. Got some leg work here. Now the official move of Marcho Madness 2018, a stun gun. What's this? It looks like he was stalking him, almost like some King Cuerno coming out there. Shot the face of Fish bouncing off the turnbuckle. O'Reilly getting him up to the top. O'Reilly could be thinking all different kinds of suplexes here. Who used the Falcon Arrow as a finisher? I believe Hardcore Holly did at one point, if I'm not mistaken. Superplex. Superplex by O'Reilly on Fish. Rolls through with it. Shades of Seth Rollins and another Falcon Arrow. Into the pin. I don't know what the ref was admonishing something. A mosquito? I don't know why there was a delay there. 2 count only. The ref was talking to himself and didn't get down for the pin quick enough. Allowed Fish to take a breather and kick out. O'Reilly. Fish up to his feet. Springboard knee catching him right in the ear. Fish in trouble for the 5th straight year. Snapmare. Adam Cole is just off screen. It's true. Couldn't miss being here at ringside for his stablemates in the Undisputed Era. There's a body scissors that Fish would not tap out to. Now Riley's just going to pin him anyway. 2 count only. Yeah, Ron's been doing it for it's so rough to do. But he does it effortlessly. Reverse DDT by Fish. O'Reilly gonna put O'Reilly gonna get put on the top rope, I should say, by Fish now. He's giving him a superplex. Is that what Fish is thinking in return? Or Hurricane Rana? No, it's gonna be a top rope superplex. No, it's a top rope Falcon Arrow. I thought he was maybe gonna turn that into an armbar. Is the Fish curse over? Count of 2. No, delayed 2 count. Now Fish setting him up. Spin kick. Second one of the match. Does Bobby Fish finally end his streak? Yes, he does. Kyle O'Reilly has been defeated. Bobby Fish has earned his first ever Marcho Madness victory in 5 years. He will take on The Miz in the first round of Marcho Madness. After 2 straight years of abuse at his teammates' hands, Bobby Fish has exorcised his demons. Shock the system is right. and everyone begins to... good job, Bobby Fish. Let's go, Miz. Bobby Fish, who is somehow, I think, older than the Miz. Doesn't seem like it, but he is. So no more Kyle O'Reilly this year. Who knows where he'll be next year. But we know Bobby Fish will be against the Miz March 31st. 2 matches to go. We've been talking about Seth Rollins heavily. It's time to determine who Seth Rollins will wrestle in the first round of Marcho Madness. It'll be another play-in matchup we saw last year. We return to New Japan for the Battle of L.I.J. Evil, who had one hell of a year, taking on his current co-tag team champion, Cold Skull himself, Sonata. Sonata and Evil also were joined by Bushi last year. No Bushi this year. Just these two. With the winner facing Seth Rollins. It will definitely be a great matchup. Speaking of great balls of fire, am I right? It's our 15th of 16 play-in matchups today. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on this Random Friday. Of course, that bracket's going to be available to you very, very soon. We got a big Tyler wants Sonata versus Rollins. I'm partial to Evil. I like Evil. I want Sonata to win this. Man has such a big upside. A lot of Sonata love here. And Evil hears it and comes right out with a running drop toe hold on Sonata. Sonata won his match last year and then went on to defeat as a 16 seed Kevin Owens, moving on to the second round. He's eventually put down by Dolph Ziggler. Seth Rollins, I talked about earlier, one of the most prolific Marcho Madness competitors in terms of wins. He is 10-6. I believe he has the third most wins of any Marcho Madness competitor. And he's the cover boy this year. So, could be a Seth Rollins heavy year. These two men have something different to say about it, though. Oh, well, I'm glad I made Friday with your boy entertaining, Tyler. That's what I like to do, is entertain my friends and entertain my Podswoggle family. I like Evil. I just hate his gimmick. It is a little weird. I mean, it's better than just being Takaki Watanabe, as he was in ROH. Like, him doing that compared to him doing this is so much better. And also, Sonata just being Great Muta Jr. is also better. Uppercut there by Sonata on Evil. Nice. Jumping cutter. The Sonata hair is pretty funny. It is pretty good hair. Evil, of course. Here's something I don't like about Evil. The fact that Evil's finishing move is just called Evil. Inaccurate, but still awesome. Evil could be looking to hit Evil, or that new submission move, that Banshee muzzle. Sonata, again, another nickname, just his finisher name, Cold Skull. Also, like his idol, the Great Muta. Great moonsault for that man. Evil sizing him up for something here. Sonata rocking the Johnny Bravo, looking for a lariat. Huge lariat by Evil on Sonata. Going for a pin. I think his finisher is just the phrase, everything is evil. That's what I thought, and that's every time I hear it being said, it's attributed as just evil everywhere I looked at online. Double axe to the back of Sonata. Shot. Go behind. Sonata reverses. To the back of the leg. These two know each other very well, going back and forth. Oh, small package! Flash pin! No. Yeah, the ref was cut off for me. I couldn't really tell what the count was at. Evil got him ready. Everything is evil on Sonata. Is Evil going to add to his impressive year by getting revenge on Sonata from an early exit last year? He sure is. That was very quick and impressive. Evil is your winner. I think it's just Kevin Kelly being cute. Well, I tried to be cute like Kevin Kelly just now. I can't dislike either of these guys. They beat KES and Forever One My Love. I brought them up so ever briefly during the podcast, and Rich was like, shh, shut your mouth. We can't talk about them. Evil has defeated Sonata. He will take on Seth Rollins in the first round of Marcho Madness. Very, very quick, swift win for Evil. There, look at that. That was a smile and a half. He's going to scare the shit out of the ref, telling him to get out of my spotlight. He is tired, but he's happy. We're going to see him March 31st against Seth Rollins. Well, guys, it's time for our final play-in match. Just a shade over 2 hours. Ain't too shabby if you do ask me. And this one is a controversial one. No, it's a 64-man tournament, sir. It is a 64-man, as usual. This is to get it to 64. It was an 80-some-man tournament. We've already lost 15 guys. It's kind of funny the music that's being played right now, because it will be Johnny Gargano trying to fight his way into this tournament against the other underdog of NXT, Roderick Strong. If you haven't listened to the podcast, I had used a power to ban Gargano from Marcho Madness and to put him into the pit automatically as one of Rich's picks. I didn't get a lot of grief. I got a lot of sighs, and a lot of that's fucked up. I didn't want Gargano not in the tournament. I wanted Gargano in the tournament. I had him as a 13 seed. So instead I used my power to make Gargano a 16 seed. When we filled out the 15 and 16s as all playing matchups, we added Roderick Strong because Johnny Gargano last year was automatically advanced into the tournament by Rich over Tommaso Ciampa. Hence why Ciampa turned on Gargano. Deservedly so. So now Gargano and Strong will wrestle for the last spot in the tournament, and the winner will take on Kenny Omega as a number 1 seed. 2 16 seeds duking it out. It is underway, and there is a nice tiger suplex early on by Strong, floating over and recover. I am a big dick, I know. I love being champion so much. Look, the argument I made, I have to pull for Gargano. I cannot stand Roddy. Well, we'll see what happens. Gargano, if he's the ultimate underdog, he shouldn't have a problem with this then. It should be fine. He can barely pull himself up to his feet already. Oh, and he gets punched. Gargano was counted out of the tournament last year against Shinsuke Nakamura on that very same ramp that he is standing at right now. The winner takes on Kenny Omega. No matter the result, it'll be a great match. Gargano, in this tournament lifetime, is 6-5. This tournament is the real reason why he is Rich's favorite wrestler. Because of Rich taking him very deep in his first tournament, and he made it all the way to the Elite 8 that year. The count is at 5, and Gargano is getting further up that ramp than he always is. There's a nice running enziguri by Gargano. Guys are getting further up. They got a spotlight on him, and they're going to get back in the ring. Gargano learned his lesson from last year. Johnny Wrestling is all heart. Springboard frog splash. Not so great on the strategy. Gargano, perennially in this tournament, he just refuses to be in it. Refuses to not be in it. Roderick, on the other hand, has a scratch and claw to get in this tournament every single year. Falcon Arrow by Roddy. Roderick Strong in live March of Madness is 2-2. Crazy. This is the 8th time we're doing this, and this is only his 3rd appearance in March of Madness, but he's always been a fringe competitor, unfortunately. Sometimes he's not doing enough to get in the tournament. Gargano's feeling it. Gargano doing a crab walk here. What a wimp. Stunner, or cutter, whatever. Falcon arrows everywhere. It's giving stun guns a run for their money. Pinned by Gargano. Barely a 1. Right, oh, look at that. That was a rude kick almost by Gargano on Roddy. And the winner's got to take on Kenny Omega. Had one hell of a year. Roddy back in the ring. Roddy had a great year. There's that jumping knee. Roddy into the semifinals of the 205 Live Cruiserweight title tournament. Had some excellent matches on NXT TV. Falcon Arrow's the stun gun of the indie scene. Asking Johnny to get to his feet, looking for his missile dropkick. No! Top rope Hurricane Rana. Roddy's feeling it. Kick to the back, working on that back as the messiah of the backbreaker. Oh, looking for a punch, maybe send him up for end of heartache. Couldn't get it. Gargano hits him. Maybe a hurt stone it. Half Nelson slam. Or full Nelson slam, I should say. Count of 1, 2 count only. That's an Eric fist bump. It's such a Roddy taunt. I was gonna say that and I didn't. Oh, you're so true. It's like, yeah. It's like that fist bump Will Ferrell gives in Step Brothers when he buys toilet paper. Oh, there's a Roderick Strong chop. 1 count only. That was such a fucking chop. And a drop kick to the back. Gargano. Curb stomped into the mat by Roderick Strong. Kick to the back. Johnny Gargano. No sells it. Front headlock. Big belly to back suplex. Gargano taking too much time playing to the fans. Maybe looking to see if Ciampa's out there somewhere. Back to his feet. Reverse Rana snaps Roderick's neck into the mat. And deference to wrench, I'm holding my head in my hands and hoping against hope. Gargano wins. Gargano, oh no, Gargano's going to take way too much of a risk here. Throws Roderick out to the floor. Gargano had a reverse Rana, probably has a finisher. Instead, feels like he has to take the risk. Suicide dive onto Roderick Strong, sending him careening into the barricade. The crowd is chanting, "This is awesome." Roddy looks out. Roddy looks dead. Gargano, body slam countered. Reverse DDT sends Gargano crashing. Roderick's going to throw Gargano back into the ring. Clubbing blow and a kick, a stiff kick into the head of Johnny Wrestling. Gets Gargano onto his feet. Punch. They're looking for here, backbreaker. Nope, that belly to back into a flapjack. Gonna drag Gargano to the middle of the ring. Is this enough? Can Johnny Wrestling kick out? 1, 2. Yes, he does. Right at 2. Roddy can't believe it. Wherever Rich is, he senses danger to Johnny. Well, Rich is probably at an airport, so I hope he's safe. Gargano in trouble. Roddy set him up. End of heartache on Gargano. The pin. 1, 2, 3. Roderick Strong has eliminated Johnny Gargano from Marcho Madness in the play-in round. Gargano had one hell of an effort, but there was one key moment in this match. You saw him hit the suicide dive, which you can only do with a finisher. He didn't go for the submission. He didn't go for the win. He went to please the crowd. End of heartache was what sealed the deal. Roderick Strong will take on Kenny Omega in the first round. It isn't the end of Rich's heartache. Way to be the authority, Mullet. Hey, I do what's best for business, alright? You're being the wrong Triple H. My other best friend in the world, Andrew Zangri, has been a Triple H fan for almost 20 years. And I've learned some things along the way. So there you have it. There you have it. The play-in matchups are complete. And just in case you haven't had the chance, allow me to announce the full 32 matches in Marcho Madness. It'll be Okada versus Ortiz, Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin, Ricochet versus Chuck Taylor, Minoru Suzuki versus Austin Aries, The Miz versus Bobby Fish, Jey Uso versus John Cena, Cesaro versus Eli Drake, Cody versus Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega versus Roderick Strong, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Penta El Cielo Miedo for the Podswoggle Championship, Samoa Joe versus Keith Lee, Pete Dunne versus Will Ospreay. Bobby Roode versus Ray Rowe. Matt Jackson versus Xavier Woods. Andrade Cien Almas versus Marty Scurll. Braun Strowman versus Kenny King. Brock Lesnar versus Ray Phoenix. Dalton Castle versus Aleister Black. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bray Wyatt. Dean Ambrose versus Johnny Impact. Jinder Mahal versus Alexander Wolf. Jimmy Uso versus Neville. Randy Orton versus Elias. Roman Reigns versus Moose. AJ Styles versus Hiroki Goto. Kushida versus Adam Cole. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Seth Rollins versus Evil. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Alex Shelley. Nick Jackson versus Akam. Drew McIntyre versus Jason Jordan. And Tetsuya Naito versus Jeff Hardy. There are some amazing matchups there, and you'll see it all play out March 31st at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a later start than usual, but it's going to be one hell of an evening. You'll be able to go to, at some point today or tomorrow, on arcadeaudio.net and find the Podswoggle page in the March of Madness bracket. Fill it out there for a chance to win tickets to wrestling shows, wrestling merch, a wrestling grab bag, and also bragging rights of being the winner of the bracket challenge. We've had over 1,500 submissions each of the past 2 years. Thanks to the Squared Circle subreddit for partnering up with us. We'll be doing it again, I believe, for the 4th straight year. You can find the podcast where we picked this tournament and picked this bracket on all your social media, all your podcasting sites like Apple, Stitcher, and Google. Of course, follow Podswoggle on all the social media sites. This stream, you're probably watching on YouTube for when you're hearing this, but we're all live on Twitch every single month. Hit us up with your thoughts, podswoggle@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Tyler. Look forward to this every year as well. Ballard Corbin, to do what? I didn't see that. We look forward to another epic year of Marcho Madness. That'll do it for now. We'll see you March 31st, 4 Eastern. Get ready to fill out your brackets and have some fun. This is your host, Mullet, signing off for Podswoggle Wrestling Podcast for Entertainment. 2018 Marcho Madness play-in round. We are so logging off.